Hello, welcome to my review for Pokemon Journeys, episode 129, Final 1, Torrent. So yeah, after this time, we finally got the actual match of Leon vs Ash, and oh boy, was this first episode worth the wait. We actually begin the episode in Hoenn, with Go reuniting with the Project Mu members. While Gary points out it's a shame that it has to be on the day of Ash's final match, Go tells them they'll both be meeting with smiles again. So it's a sweet way to start the episode, and makes me even more excited for Project Mu. If we're actually going to see that, of course, because you know, Hoenn is peak. And then we're with Ash, just waiting for the match to begin. He and his Pokemon ready themselves, but they are surprised by Dawn and Kaharu entering. They're here to cheer him on, with Dawn in particular. I'm so happy to see that. This is a bunch of various other characters, from Lance to Alarm to Iris. We get plenty of other cameos scattered throughout the episode too, with Piers, Marnie, Alistair. It's a real treat to see just how many people are watching. And remembering this is only part 1 makes me always wonder who else is in store. We also get this wonderful little scene before the match, where Leon reflects on his time starting as a trainer. This match is reminding him of the day that he first battled, which was up against Sonia. Now, we don't really get much more of that at the moment, but I'd love to see more of, Leon's past here. Ash and Leon make their way to the field, getting high praise from the announcer, and say their piece to each other, as this is their long-awaited battle. On top of that, Leon requests Ash to be allowed to make full use of all battle gimmicks, an idea that amps up the crowd, and of course Ash agrees when they get the go-ahead. From here, it becomes full-out action. Pikachu and Cinderace take the field, Pikachu firing a Thunderbolt as Cinderace counters with Scorching Sand. As it turns out, Cinderace is Libero, and this is Ash's first time seeing the ability. As such, he recalls Pikachu against the ground-type Cinderace, and Leon recalls Cinderace sending out Inteleon, as Ash sends out Gengar. This of course makes Ash think of the Go, but doesn't hinder the way Ash battles, which is really nice to see. Immediately they both throw a strong hit, Shadow Ball and Snipe Shot. Inteleon defends itself and gets ready to fire back a Dark Pulse. Gengar makes use of its intangibility as it dives underground, but Leon immediately gets Inteleon to do something quite surprising. He prepares an Aqua Jet but starts spinning in place. This draws Gengar out of the water as it's barraged by water. Dawn immediately recognises what Leon's doing, and calls it Counter Shield. Leon learned the trick from Ash, and has added it to his own arsenal. Ash seems surprised that Leon's got a hang of it so quickly, and of course Inteleon executes it flawlessly. As Gengar is battered by water, Ash's only recourse is to Will-O-Wisp and create Steam, creating an opportunity for Gigantamax. And boy does this section slap! A G-Max Terra comes out, which Inteleon tries to fight off with a dual-wielded Snipe Shot. They both hit each other, but Inteleon gets trapped by the Max move. A Max Ooze comes out, which Inteleon has to nimbly avoid. As Gengar ups its power, Inteleon fires off Dark Pulse, which causes G-Max then prematurely. But Max Ooze hits Inteleon and finishes it off. Most importantly, this section looked awesome. Inteleon's agility looked amazing, and seeing Ash pick up the first win of the match is such a huge plus. And it's with Gengar too, so that's always a big win for me. This is also treated as a big thing, with loads of celebration of a single win being shown. However, this ignites Leon, according to Sonia, as he sends out Mr. Rime. Mr. Rime freezes Gengar's Sludge Bomb as it impacts Gengar too. However, Cursed Body activates, leaving Mr. Mime unable to freeze dry. With Gengar frozen, Mr. Rime uses Psychic Terrain and an Expanding Force to finish off Gengar, and nullify the momentum Ash had gained so far. And with that, Leon dedicates his victory to Inteleon and highlights the importance of the team as this episode comes to an end. This was an amazing start to the battle. First of all, Leon's Inteleon has such a great showing, even if it didn't KO anything. It shows off just how much potential it has as a Pokemon, and shows just how much further Go's Inteleon has to go. And I guess while I've mentioned one of Leon's Pokemon, his team being reminiscent of one of Ash's early teams is an awesome idea. It really keeps up parallels between the two and shows they're capable of reaching the pinnacle. I could totally imagine an older Ash using his Starter Pikachu with the 3 Kanto starters, and 2 other Pokemon that represent region as an older trainer. And with all the breaks and recap episodes we've had, do I think it's worth it and it's paid off in this episode? Oh, absolutely. The animation was incredible. It really feels like they're giving their all from this match, as they should. It's the ultimate goal of Ash in this series, so it's got to look the part. I just really love all the cameos here. You don't get all of Ash's companions, of course, like some people have wanted. But, you know, Dawn in particular was such a highlight. She really brings out memories of days gone with her cheerleading with Piplup. And it just really makes me think that, well, she is just Ash's best friend. But I love seeing the other members of the Masters 8 watching. Piers and Marnie, Alistair, all these characters who have met with Ash watching and support was truly wonderful. And I can only imagine we'll see more like characters like Bee and Wickstrom in the further episodes. Overall, I love this episode. I can really feel like this will rank among my favourite battles in the whole show, but that remains to be seen. And hopefully I'll see you next time.